All right, we're back again. On stage we have Raffaella. Thank you for coming all the way from Italy and presenting this very fantastic talk. It's a very special occasion for us too, because 1 year ago, Sarah Boyce was here to introduce Django Not Space, and I guess you will tell us a lot more about how that project is going, and we're very honored that you came. So thank you. Please give a big hand to Raffaella.
Thank you all of you for joining me through my Django contribution journey. I'm Raffaella, and recently I became a Django contributor, a new Django Software Foundation member, and also I have graduated in a Django Not Space program, and I became a star. But first of all, how many of you have attended last year Django? All right. When I first heard about the program, I reached out the organizer to understand if I was a good fit for the program, and also how the program is going to work, some information and stuff. And they sent me this video. In this video, Sarah talked about to create an environment where people can start their contribution journey, and also a space where they created a place of belonging for new contributors. And I sent my application, and that's where my journey has started. But first of all, some information about the program. It's a 8-week long program, mentorship program, where every participant has been divided in groups, and they guarded by a navigator and a captain. And every week we made a call to understand how work is going on, if you've got any problem, what's going to work on next days. And also every 2 weeks you can catch up with your captain to understand if you've got something about your maybe a problem with your family, maybe a problem with related with your contribution, if you feel maybe struggling in some way. And also in the program, the main goal is to also more involved inside the community. Something that could be helpful if you're thinking to start to contribute. First of all, resilience, because this is the ability to weather a storm. So when you make a PR review, could take long time to take. And also, if you're willing to create something new, you are to gain the community consent first. Availability for the program, your time is really matter. So you have to take that in mind before your submission. Knowledge, you don't have to be an expert to contribute, but you don't have to program it for the first time. Motivation is the one thing that can help you can guide you for a long time. For example, if you are willing to stay in the community, to help others, motivation can lead you through, can lead you far. That's where the program is about. What about what I actually did? Sorry. With my team, we attended the Django CMS technical committee, and I personally work with RAF and pre-commit. I didn't work with Raf before, so I gained lots of new experience, lots of knowledge, and I thought it was a good idea to write it down, just a note for myself. And I also thought that if you write something and you can able to explain in a simple word your new knowledge, that's when you are able to understand if you understand it better. When I started the program, I thought the only way to contribute it was through code, but it was not exactly true. For example, I created a blog, and there were a chance to write updates to Django inside the Django news. What's this? It's where we talk about something that about PR, maybe a fixed bugs. Also, there's a way to highlight new contributors, maybe something interesting inside Django forum or Django Discord. And also, I organizing a bi-monthly meeting inside the Django Now space to catch up with others participants, and we talk about something that we just like most. For example, the project we are working on, or maybe I don't know. Once we talk about the origin of the Django pony, for example. And in every journey, there's challenges and achievement. And because I'm not a native speaker, sorry, I'm not a native speaker. I don't have the chance to speak English every day, and I thought it could be a good way to learn it through the community. And also because I was lack of experience, I was worried about to slowing down my team and be a burden to them. But instead, they were very supportive, and they teach me one of my precious advice that I received. And maybe this seems obvious. Maybe this seems obvious, but at the end of the program, I see lots of people that feel the same way. And I ask myself why we like most about don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask many questions if you want, because I realize this is related with the values of the community, of our community. Because if you are welcoming to newcomers, they feel the sense of belonging. Also, there's a place where you can learn and grow. And I thought it was amazing to be a part of this program. And that's why I think community support is important. For if you are in a better environment, you can learn more, I think. And also my favorite channel inside the Django Now space was the Win channel, where you can celebrate, for example, your PR has been merged, or maybe your talk has been accepted. Everything can be celebrated. And at the end of the program, my primary goal was to giving back to community. And first of all, I attended with the conference, for example, PyCon, DjangoCon in Europe this year, and also inside PyCon, I've been a coach for Django Girls. I thought it was great to be part of the first step inside Django for others. I still writing updates to Django, and I still encourage the other people to join and authorize themselves. Also between session, because there are, it's going to start third session within between a few weeks, few days. I thought it was a good idea to bonding each other and even between session. So I continue this bi-monthly meeting. But I also plan for the future. I would like to. I'm going to help organizing PyCon in Italy. And I hope you to have convinced you there's a lot of ways you can contribute based on your time and maybe also of your experience. And if you're willing to start your contribution, I encourage you to submit to Django No Space, or maybe a third-party package that you like most, and if you and maybe you want to guide others to start their journey to contribute inside the package, and please contact the organizer to collaborate. Also, I would like to thank to thanks all the organizer or every person that have been in a Django Non Space program, because together we are creating a space where we can the feel of belongings. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you, Raffaella.
Thank you.
You had a slide a little bit earlier about questions. Can we see it?
Yeah. I really like this slide.
Can they also ask some questions? Yeah, my question would be about Django Not Space. Is it open? Can people join?
Yeah, the third session of the year is going to start in a few days, but I think there will be in 2025 there will be other session available for everyone can start that are willing to start their contribution journey.
Yeah.
So
So
it's really interesting because also in Django, because it's pretty much early, you don't know where to start maybe, but also maybe you can just start for yourself. But if you are willing to find a mentor, that's really a good idea to sign up for the program.
yeah, I saw there's a lot of Django Not Space activities that are also available on YouTube. You can see some of the
Yeah, I didn't
sessions.
talk about that, but also in Django No Space there's a talk for for other people there. For example, I remember the talk about Daniele Procida that talked about the documentation, Carlton Gibson that talked about the contribution, and maybe that it could be became a could become overwhelming sometimes because you are keep willing to work and then you realize that you are going to work too much and understand your limits best.
Yeah, and you get to meet them in an online session. These
It was amazing
incredible speakers. Yeah.
to meet in person the people you are just talking about with your with my experience with the program. First of all in online, then in the it was wonderful.
Yeah. Now I can't really see so much. There's a question there.
Yeah. Ooh, microphone. Django Not Space is very international, and you mentioned having a language barrier. And I mean, just the fact that you're standing here, despite saying that you had an English language barrier, is super cool. So, what are your tips for people who, like you, are thinking, like, okay, my English is not good enough, or I need to practice? Like, what would you recommend them do?
just try, because because I also was worried about my English skill, but I think also to keep that advice when you don't know, you don't understand the thing. Also try to use some tools, but I think I when I first write my first blog, I use I trusted too much Google Translate, and it wasn't a good idea. But if you are asking again to ask to explain the things in other words, maybe if they are welcoming and they are empathic, they can really help you.
Yeah. Next question. There is one in the back and one in the front as well. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead then. Thank you so much for your talk. I think it's really, really valuable to share things like this, and I think you've definitely achieved your goal of giving something back to the community, you know, with organizing PyCon Italy and giving this talk, among other things. And in your talk, you mentioned that you were afraid of being a burden to your team because you were less experienced and you were afraid of like holding them back. And that's really relatable for, you know, in your kind of first years. So I wondered if you have any advice for, not for the new person, but for maybe the more experienced people in a team, of how they can make the new person feel less like a burden.
First of all, try to ask to reply to question. Maybe they are not at the first. I wasn't so prone to ask question. Maybe if you I don't know, maybe every once in a while you're asking, are you okay? You are just working. I know you are working on this topic, on this problem. Are you okay? I was going. Maybe they'll if you are sincere, I think they can feel your sincerity to help, and maybe they reply to them to your sincerity.
Thanks.
There's another question. Oh.
Thank you so much
Lots
for your
of
talk.
questions.
I understand that Django Note is meant to help new contributors to Django who might not have much experience. So I'm thinking maybe there are many here who feel like they are very well experienced with Django. How can they contribute to Django Note space?
They can become a navigator. That is a figure of the mentor, and but also you can join you can ask to organizer to join as an astronomer. That is a figure that is well experienced in Django, and maybe he also can join the server and contribute to the community, even though he is not a navigator. For example, navigator is the one person that is going to guide the team. But for example, for the astronomer, is a part of the community, but it's not guide the others for 8 weeks.
There's another question here in the front. Yeah.
Yes. So you had the slide about the important things for being a contributor, and the number one most important was resilience, which I think is probably very true, especially for Django. How did you manage that, and did you get any help? Was it like a topic that was addressed specifically?
Specifically for resilience?
Yeah.
resilience, maybe I don't know, maybe be patient also to yourself, because if you are willing to merge your PR as fast as you can, and you don't reach the goal to merge in, I don't know, between 2 weeks. You have to be patient for yourself. It is not is going to work in this way, because in Django, it's pretty mature. It's 19 years old. It's released. It was released 19 years old, so it's huge. It's also maybe the key of their success of Django.
Yeah, it's turning 20 next year. Yeah, we have time for another question. Sure.
Hello there. Thank you for the talk. You had a slide mentioning the hashtag wins. What's a contribution that you yourself are proud of?
Maybe my first one. I don't know. Maybe it's just an obvious reply, but the first one I was when I joined the program. I was worried about how many times I have to do before my PR was ready to be reviewed, but also it was really easy. And then when I watched my first PR, I thought it was an easy thing. But when I work on it the first time, I feel the sense of excitement, of enjoyment. Oh, this was my first PR, and it was also merged. Yeah, but and that's what I think is the best through your journey, because every steps you make, you can able to watch at your first, and you can feel the part how many things you have been created for you, and also my hope is also for community, to be able to be helpful for community, for maybe for others.
We do have time for more questions, but wow, you're getting a lot of questions.
Exciting, because it was the first ever talk, and I was worried that no one interested in
Yeah,
it.
I hope you have a lot of energy for a long day. I guess there will be people asking you questions about
You
the
can
program.
We can chat.
I think there's also other people in the room who have been in Django Not Space. At least one, I know. Yeah. For someone who already maybe has done some Django, I know there's a fair amount of people in the room who have done some Django before and maybe not contributed to Django itself. Can you also join the Django Not Space as a normal student, Django Not, with that in mind, that you want to learn to contribute to Django, but maybe you already use it for a long time?
So you basically you have used Django for a long time, but you want to become a contributor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because first, if you are learning Django, and then you make a step further to start a contributor, maybe your experience, I don't know how many years you can have, it can really help you for other tasks inside contribution.
Yeah. So knowing Django already is is actually great. Also, yeah. Were there any questions from the internet audiences? otherwise, we're close to starting the next talk. And thank you so much for sharing all this with us.
Thank you.
And yeah, big thanks to the whole Django Not Space team as well for starting this. Michael, you're welcome up here.